played kickball out here, you know, baseball, whatever. We played it out here in the yard. I went to church, at the church right here that was torn down. But anyway, I lived here for about 14 years in this area. We're at the house right across the street. Then we moved to a farm quarter mile away, right up on the hill, where there's houses now. So when you come through here, I need a GPS to get me through now, because we used to hunt and fish all over here. But the school itself was unique, and that's the reason why I love the concept that you have here today, is because when I was there, you was in the first grade, but you learned sixth grade work, because it was one room. And Ms. Jackson would have everybody, and I don't care if you was first grade or sixth grade, you had to hear it, because you didn't have nowhere to go. and she taught me how to tell time. I had to make my own clock, and she would tell, and you couldn't say 5 minutes to 3. You had to say 2:55. And you had to show it on your clock, so your hands would move, and you'd have to do all of that. I was at 4. I was 4 years old when that happened. And matter of fact, she was my babysitter for a while, so I had to sit there in class and listen to all of this going on, which it didn't interest me at that time. Since then, I had her, when we left the school here, I had her up at Frederick Douglass Elementary in the 5th grade. And it was almost like, you know, just coming home to see her again. I think we had like 35 students in the class, and it was almost like I was her favorite, because she had me before, you know. Since then, I still live, well, in Herndon now, so I'm still close. I come through here all the time doing Uber, and every time I pass by, I've been watching the school as it came from the ground up, and I said, I wonder when they're gonna open. Never thinking that I would be here. I met Deep Friday, and when we got to talking, it was almost like, I mean, you know, it just clicked. But since the days of the school, Miss Jackson would tell my mother, who she taught. She encouraged her to be a teacher. So she used to substitute for Miss Jackson in Loudoun County. But since then, she told my mother, said, you have to watch out for him, because there's something about him. I didn't know, nobody else knew at that time what she was talking about. I'm now an ordained minister. So I've got 3 kids, 10 grandkids, been married for 47 years, which I never thought any of that would happen the way I came up. I mean, you know, it wasn't a hard life, but we enjoyed everything we did, and we all did it together. That's the concept of the school itself. Everybody shared with everybody. Everybody did everything together. So I just feel honored just for Deep asking me to come, just to be a part of this today. And it really makes me feel good just to see the old schoolhouse the way it is now. And I hope you do get to enjoy every bit of it. Thank you so much. It's a 3-seat desk. And I think it was 3 rows here, and then 4 rows on this side.
Okay.
So that way you had the different classes, and it was no more than 3 students in a class. Most of them were just 2, because the first grade was 2, 3rd grade was 2, 5th grade was 3, I think, and then 6th grade was 3. And that was the school.
And where the teacher was up here?
Okay, the teacher was up here. Her desk was in that corner.
Okay.
The stove was right here.
Yeah, we have the stove to put in.
And then the round table was in this area.
A round table?
It was a round table in this area, and it had like about 8, 10 chairs around it. Oh. And that's where everybody would come. She would, you know, for individual stuff like tests and stuff like that, you would be sitting in your desk, but it was a round table discussion on
So the group
everything.
thing.
So
And then, was there a piano in here? Because there was a piano, an old piano. in
it
here.
was an old piano.
But I don't know if it was theirs or it was the school's.
I think it was the school's